great game. Wow. High-level game. I mean, there was some intensity in there. You saw two teams that wanted to win really, really bad. And two teams that played well. You know, I thought first half we played as well as we played in a while. I mean, we really played well. Defensively, it was as good as we played in a while. And every shot they made in the first half, they've earned. I mean, they made some desperate. I mean, we didn't leave them open very much first half. Well, start second half, we did. We came out a little flat and gave up a few layups and had to burn some timeouts, and guys kind of got refocused after they took the big lead. And the first timeout that I called, it was more of a strategy. We needed to change a few things up. The second one was more of a wakening up timeout. And because I thought we were on our heels big time there for a 4 or 5 minute stretch. But I tell you, Kansas State's such a good basketball team, such an efficient team. Really good, really, really good basketball team.
There was a series there in the second half where LB takes a fadeaway, then break down on defense, and I think that's when you called that second timeout. Did you challenge him? Because after that,
we took two back-to-back tough shots. Yeah, Markel took a tough one in transition, and then he came out and forced one a little bit, and you know, and then we were giving them layups. They started hurting us on our hedges, on our ball screen a little bit. So we made a little bit of adjustment, but it was more of. But I'm glad I called it, because as soon as I called it, the other team they were celebrating a little bit, and our guys called it, and they started talking about it a little bit. And you know, and that's nothing against Kansas State, but our guys took it a little personal at that point. You know, there was a lot of chatter in our timeout amongst each other, which is always good at that time, because the other timeouts have been kind of quiet. They were kind of quiet, and everybody's just, well, that timeout, I had said my piece, and then they started talking amongst each other about, you know, playing here in Gallagher Ibe in front of so they over there, and we can't let a team come in here and do it. You know, they kind of got after it themselves. So that worked out. The timing of it worked out perfect. The timeout. I didn't anticipate it, but it kind of worked out that way.
Soon after that, Travis, you guys went back on the attack, taking the ball to the hole, and it just seemed like.
Well, our defense started creating offense for us. We started scoring some easy baskets in transition off some turnovers. Started getting some rebounds and started getting the ball where we wanted to get it. You know, we did such a good job for most of the night getting the ball to where we liked certain guys to score, and that's why we shot such a high percentage. And we went through a stretch there where we weren't. We were forcing some things, and we made some adjustments defensively that I think helped. That they had really gotten comfortable against our defense. As good as our defense was, and it was great, they found a few holes in it that was good, because what they hurt us on, we were giving it to them, and they found it, and we had to change. So.
LB's on a pretty good run here of consistent play and giving you guys really quality minutes. Just kind of talk about where he's at right now.
He's playing good basketball. You know, I like, 10 of 12. I liked how he got his shots. I like the speed that he's playing with. I thought he played very good defense for most of the night. You know, I thought this was probably one of his better games, but no, you know, it's a process, and we hope he continues to play this way. But I thought how he scored the ball tonight was wonderful.
Something you said there, the speed at which he plays. Is that the key with him?
Mm-hmm. Yep. When he plays in that high gear, we tell him. Sometimes he likes to get stuck. He gets stuck in that second or third gear. We like him to get him up in that fifth gear a little bit. And when he gets in that fifth gear, he's hard to deal with. And that's where he was. He was in that fifth gear. He was feeling pretty good.
Seems like over the last couple of games, that ISO, whether it's on the wing or the top piece been there, is it tough to kind of not call that every time going forward?
No, we like to call. We like to. There's, you know, as it is for all the teams, there's certain spacings that we get in on purpose. We want to get him in a certain spot. We like to get Marcus in certain spots, Markel in certain spots, and not only when they get the ball, we got to make sure everybody else is in the right spots as well. You know, because we know who they're going to help off of and who they're not going to help off of. And, I mean, there's a lot going on out there, believe me, a lot. But no, when he's locked in, when he's in the right frame of mind, we can play off him. We can play off LB. I thought this was one of Marcus's best games in a while too. I thought he really ran our team like a great point guard and played really well. Had that stat line again that we've been looking for. So I thought he played really well.
Coach, with that being said, is this team hitting its stride the way you want going into postseason?
Well, I'm glad we won. Yeah, I mean, I think we're playing well. I don't know, I think we're playing. We've won a lot of games here in the last month and a half. I mean, I know people. We didn't play too well Wednesday night, and I know there's people that thought the sky was falling. We didn't play well, but I knew why we didn't play well, and I thought we'd bounce back today. But there's no guarantees. Yeah, we're playing well. We've won a lot of games lately, but that doesn't guarantee you anything. It really doesn't. I mean, this is all new for Marcus and some of these guys going to the Big 12 tournament. It's a different atmosphere. We're going to talk to them a lot. I haven't talked to them a bunch about it, but we're heading, as I told them in the locker room, we're heading into the third part of the season. You have regular season, you have conference, non-conference, conference, now postseason, and we just need to have fun. But yeah, I think we're playing good. I think we're playing well tonight. We played well. We did. We played well. I mean, there was no other way to win that game unless we played. We really played well today. We sure did.
Would you consider that well enough to do well in the postseason?
Yeah, if we played like we did tonight, then we can win some games. If we played like we did tonight, we can win some games. Yeah, we did. We were locked in defensively. I mean, first half it was exactly what we would have wanted. The ball bounced the wrong way for us a couple times, and they scored, and they hit some tough shots. But Kansas State's 25-6 and 14-4 for a reason. They're really, really good. Second half second half was not very good. We weren't in where we needed to be mentally. Kind of like I knew what happened Wednesday night, and we get back to where we need to be mentally. We're a young basketball team, and we gotta pull the reins on them a little bit and grab their attention. So, and then once they locked back in, then we were in pretty good shape. But yeah, if we play like this, then I think we have a chance to win some games. Yep.
The offensive foul call that Marcus drew, down to
Near the half court.
yeah, 3 or 4 minutes left, whatever it was. That's sort of indicative of the kind of play he makes for you.
He's always involved in it. He's always involved in the play, good or bad. He's involved in it, that's for sure. He is. He's going to be in the middle of the action, and more times than not, he's going to make a positive play. He's going to make a positive play more times than not. But he is going to be in the middle of it, and he does. That's just his game. That's just his nature. That's the way he plays. Sometimes that's gone the other way. But. He'd been doing, teams have started really being physical with him, really trying to be physical with him. And he puts up with it, and he's a pretty smart player. And at some point, he's got to be rewarded. And I think, that was the right call, and he was rewarded.
Coach, if you were not the coach, but a fan in the stands chanting one more year, would you be joining them?
Oh.
As far as Marcus is concerned?
If I was in the stands, absolutely. I would want him, if I was them, I'd want him to come back. No question. But I see it in a different perspective, probably a little bit. I want what's best for him. And, I've read, and everybody thinks he's gone for sure. That's not, he might. I don't know. But it's not been discussed. I wouldn't be surprised either way, really. I really wouldn't. But no, if I was him, I'd want him to come back. Yeah, definitely.
Travis, can you imagine someone handling all that as well as he has?
No.
He seemingly handles it like.
Oh, he doesn't care.
Doesn't
Hey, he does. He enjoys it,
Yeah.
right? But it does not go to his head. It does not. He grasps. He understands a lot. He gets it. He's as humble as I've been around for a guy that has received some of the things he's received, and yeah, but that's what makes him part of the player he is. He's always out to prove himself. He's always out. He's by far his toughest critic, by far. But no, we got postseason play here, and we'll deal with all that when the season's over. We haven't talked about it. People think that I'm kidding. We haven't discussed it one single time.
Coach Weber said that they played you early, they played you late, and that you were a completely different team because you all were so young. You feel that way, that you're...
Yeah, I think everybody forgets how young we really are. I mean, that's a very veteran team we played tonight. That team's been in this position before. They were here last. This team won the game in the NCAA tournament last year, and probably should have won the second one. And they've been through. This is new to all of our guys because we weren't very good last year, and we weren't in this position last year. Last year we were trying to survive. So people forget that. I am so excited about 13-5, 23-7 this team. When you look across college basketball and the teams that have been ranked number 1 this year for several weeks, they've got 4, 5, 6 losses themselves. I mean, but our team, we've had our moments. I see glimpses of the youthfulness at times, but one of the things that's been able to get us some success, and hopefully is they just really enjoy being around each other. It's as close a group as I've probably coached. As close a group as I've probably coached.
An emotional day for Phil Gehrig, last game here. 8 rebounds, 23 minutes, 3 difficult.
Yeah, he's been, I tell you, Philip is he's been talking a lot to us about how much he's enjoyed playing here the last couple of weeks. He's been talking so much about it, and he's been talking the last couple of weeks, and I've had to tell him slow, how much I'm going to miss it. Yeah, Coach, I don't, hey, we still got a lot of basketball left, I hope, but he really loves it here, and he really has enjoyed playing here. He loves his teammates. Philip Jerk's a young man. I've known him for 2.5 years. We started recruiting him in the middle of the season 2.5 years ago. I've never known him to be in a bad mood, ever, never, ever. Seen him mad, never seen him upset at a teammate, upset with me. He apologizes to me more than any player I've ever coached in 16 years. Every time I get on to him or every time he does something wrong, he'll come by and say, Coach, I'm sorry, I should have blocked, and or I'll be yelling and screaming at him, he'll just look at me and say, Coach, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, okay, that makes me feel bad. He is the I'm telling you, you ask any of our players, and here he is with all these tattoos and big old guy. I mean, he is the biggest teddy bear. I mean, the nicest guy in the world. I mean, just really, really nice. Does anything for his teammates, and he plays his role. He doesn't get a lot of touches. He doesn't get to shoot the ball very much. And we've told him from the beginning, your job is to protect that rim and to play low post defense and screen the heck for Markel, and go screen for him. And he says, yes, sir. Whatever he tells him, he's going to do it without a hesitation. And that's been so much fun to coach. And a young man that's just as nice as he is, wanting to please, and he gets it when he does something wrong. He never blames anything else, ever, ever. It's always, I'm sorry, Coach, I'll do it better next time. That's exactly what he says, every time.
Coach, I know it's down the road. Could you give us a little assessment of the game matchup with Baylor coming up?
Yeah, it's been tough games. They beat us down there a long time ago pretty good. It seems like a long time ago, and then the game here was, a classic game. It come down to, we squeaked it out at the very, very end. So it's been some 2 tough games. They got one of the hardest guys in all of basketball to guard. Pierre Jackson, one of the hardest guys to guard. And then they're big, they're physical, we've got to get ready. I mean, they are as talented as anybody in this league. They're as talented, and they're going to be coming into the big. Who knows what happens tonight? They could get a big win tanight. That would help them, and obviously I know they're going to come into the Big 12 tournament and wanting to play well and win some games because I know they're right there. So we're going to have our hands full, but it should be some good matchups. Two good teams going at it, but they are talented.
Are you working for a closer to home NCAA or a better seed NCAA in this in the Big 12?
We would like all that, but there's the only thing that can control that is winning and losing. I mean, and obviously we'd love to win. But I really don't even understand all that stuff, how they send people certain places, and I have not looked at a bracket this year. Now people will come up and tell me, hey, I saw your 5th seed. I'm like, yeah, or I saw you're going to San Jose. How do they know that already? I don't know where we'll be seated. I have no idea. I don't know even the possibilities, and I know where all the sites are. I do know that. So all we can worry about is trying to figure out how to compete with Baylor. So, but this year alone, we were talking about this yesterday as a staff. I think more than any year, I don't know if seeding is going to matter as much. You're going to play somebody good, period. You're going to play somebody that's first game. I don't care what seed you are. It's going to be good games.
Would you rather be closer to home, take a lower seed as opposed to?
Yeah, I would. I'd love to go back to Kansas City or Austin or someplace close, or that hopefully our fans could travel to. I would. That would be nice. That would be nice. But wherever they go, we'll go and try to play our best.
Travis, there for a while you were struggling at foul. I think at one point you were 5 of 9. But down the stretch, you hit your last 10. Not your last 10, but you hit 10 in a row. Sort of sealed the game. Does that give you confidence that?
Yeah, we've been a good.
Last minute of the tight game.
Yeah, we've done that most of the time this year. I think one game free throws I thought hurt us. I can't remember what it was. Texas, Kansas. I thought we didn't shoot them like we needed to, and they shot a ton of them. But other than that, our free throws have helped us win some games down the stretch. Today they did, and for the most part, we've been a good free throw shooting team. Percentages wise, and late game. I think if we go back, I had something I haven't looked at, but if we get the ball in the right people's hands, then usually they're going to make a few. But that's always important. But that was very important today.
Everybody good?
Thank you.